If you could start life all over again, would you change many things, situations, people? And I mean, I'm sure for reasons we all could have ideas of what we'd like to change. But there's also a great love and surrender to see things differently and surrender to the cards that got dealt to us and the situations we're moving through and the learnings that we're a part of. And if all of our learnings and situations can be seen in the light of what is necessary for me to wake up, what is necessary for me to live the greatest version of myself, what is necessary for me to grow and grow more in compassion, grow more in patience, grow more in love, then everything can be seen in a light of acceptance. Does it mean we agree or we want it to repeat itself? Absolutely not, because then perhaps the growth has already happened and we can kiss it, hug it, and say, move on. But what's good about what I'm trying to say is resentment and holding on and eternal blame and grudges just don't serve, because what happens is it's me that gets affected by it. I'm the one holding on to the grudge, so I'm angry constantly about something that you did, and I refuse to let go because you were wrong. And who's suffering there? The other person could be completely moved on and living blissfully, but you're the one still living in anguish and anger because of the thoughts in your head. And it's really cool to see that it's the thoughts in your head which create your suffering. Now, if you can just see that point, that it's the thoughts in your head that create your suffering, that could be enough for you to completely change your relationship with your mind and completely change your life. If you really do want to be at peace, to be happy, well, then the source of our unhappiness is often our thinking. I would say always our thinking, but it sounds a bit absolute. So let's just say often our thinking. And so it's the thoughts in our heads that are causing this separation from our happiness. So wouldn't that be a great reason to then start to uh, investigate and identify what actually we think about, and if there can be a different way? Now, my 20-something years of being a meditation teacher and a meditating monk have taught me that the mind is a fascinating thing. The thoughts can be reoccurring. The dance to see them and let go can be a very interesting one, because sometimes we do not want to let go. But it's part of the journey, the part of getting to a place of really resting into this moment and letting all the movement be meaningless. The idea of wanting to be right, the idea of you being wrong, all of that, right and wrong, good or bad, you really start to see it by investigating your own thoughts and thinking process. What's fascinating about that is it's really humbling to see that perhaps the source of all your unhappiness is you. I mean, doesn't that just sound horrible? But the source of your unhappiness could be you, by what you're thinking about, and how constant the judgments, the separation, the good or bad thoughts are running through your head. And if you have the ability to change that, would you? And if you had the ability to see it differently, would you? And if the answer is yes, well, then you start on this wonderful journey of just how to change it. What does it take? Um, yeah, what am I thinking about that's causing me all this anguish? And then the amazing ability to let it go. And just how awe-inspiring it is when you realize you can let it go. It's it's like it's almost like, oh my God, all of humanity's thinking. Oh my God, all of you guys that are crying and yelling and fighting and shaking fists, you're all thinking, that's all it is. You're mad at nothing. You're mad at a ghost. You're mad at voices in your own head, and you're making a big drama about it. And yet people will stand up on their little soapboxes and go, no, it really is true. Yet, if you investigate the source of your own suffering, you could find it's your thoughts, your thinking. And then what are you going to do about it?